What's up, Rebel Nerds?
This is where we make our own sound effects.
Did we make our own sound effects? I didn't do any sound effects. Did you?
Yeah, you were singing?
Oh, no. Oh, sound effect. Oh, how's it going out there, Rebel Nerds? Today is episode number 256. And if you are new here, there might be some new people out there. This is where we geek out about Star Wars comics, all kinds of other stuff that makes us proud to be nerds. So, let's see. Do we have anything? Well, I am one half of your Rebel Nerd crew, Steve, and with me, of course, is JD. What's up, dude?
What's up?
What's up?
I'm actually not storming or working. I mean, it's kind of
there's no storms today, so good.
It's
We have
weird.
been gone for a little while. Weather likes to get in the way.
That's for sure.
It happens. So let's see. When's the last time we did one? Let me check my schedule.
I think it was three weeks ago.
The 16th is when we talked about Shadow Lord. Okay, so it's only been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks.
Sure seems like it's been longer.
It does seem like it's been longer.
To be fair, my days seem very long anyway. It's been
my days and nights of working seem very long. So
I can imagine. Yeah. No,
yeah.
My days just seem to drag because of reasons. Tonight we are going to be talking about the movie. Hey, puppy. We are going to be talking about the movie Fanboys, which is Star Wars related. So if you've never seen it, there will be spoilers. But fun movie. We're going to talk about that. Of course, we'll have our regular segments going in. But yeah. Other than the work, what's been going on with you?
Well, I finally saw Supergirl.
Very good.
Me and the girlfriend went to see it. What was it? Last weekend. We went and saw it. Last weekend.
And?
Well, I don't want to give too much away because I think we're going to do a Kryptonian Chronicles episode on it. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So I will reserve too much from there. I do want to say that I know now why I don't go to the movies very much because I timed it. I'm not even kidding you, Steve. I timed it. We actually went and saw it in IMAX, which was by a happy accident, because I actually booked the theater. I booked the tickets ahead of time and did not realize it was IMAX. But they said the only place it was playing was still in IMAX because that's the only place they had room for it. So we actually went and saw it in IMAX, which was cool. Always liked the IMAX experience. The screen was always so much bigger when I was younger, so it was kind of weird. But I actually timed it. And this is why it's so tough to go to movies anymore. There was no less than 35 minutes worth of trailers and commercials before the movie even started.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like retarded. I know that's like a buzzword you're not supposed to say anymore, but I'm sorry. I will apply it to this because it was absolutely ridiculous that we had that many freaking commercials. It was just stupid.
Okay. It's not the trailers that bother me. I don't mind trailers. It's the commercials that bother me. Like, I did not come to the movies to find out who my local garage door repairman is.
Yeah. If there was advertisements for like different like if you wanted different candies and the trailers were cool, but there was so many of them, and like I was used to seeing like maybe one or two trailers or three, maybe even three trailers of like new movies that were coming out and they were short. But 35 minutes of commercials and trailers and nonsense to me was just overboard. If you want to do that stuff, that's great. Like, do it before the movie starts. So, like, if people get there a little bit early, you could be showing like commercials or you could be showing trailers like before the
Oh, they
movie
do.
showtime even begins.
They do.
Well, no, not the one that we were at. The one that we were at doesn't do that. Like Regal might do that, but we were at, or no, let's see, we were at, there's Regal and then there's, what's the other one?
AMC.
AMC. So we weren't at the AMC, we were at a Regal. And the Regal one doesn't do that. They don't show anything beforehand. They just leave the screen blank and you sit there and you hear like fanfare music from other movies. At least the one that we were at. And then when the movie showtime hit, it was, like I said, I timed it from the time the movie actually said the showtime to the time the movie actually started was no less than 35 minutes of commercials and trailers and like previews. And I was like, okay, whatever, dude. Like I a few of them fine, you know, maybe I can stomach 5-10 minutes of it, but 35 minutes of it, seriously, that's ridiculous.
Okay. So I saw it twice. I liked it.
No, you and I, we actually talked about it behind the scenes in Discord. You said that you liked it better than the Superman movie with the David Cornsweet.
I did. Now, that being said, I mean, the Superman movie was really good.
Yeah.
I think I liked it more because I actually like the character more than Superman. Like, just in general.
Oh, you mean Supergirl?
Yeah, I just in general like her more as a character than I do Superman.
I don't share that opinion. No, it's fine. No. I mean, we can have our differences. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I did not like it better than Superman. And for those of you who know, like before our hiatus, we did a couple Kryptonian Chronicles episode. Me, Steve, and Dave talked about Woman of Tomorrow in preparation for the Supergirl movie. And we all really liked the comic. We thought it was great. We thought it was a very good comic. And to me, it kind of loosely followed the script of the comic. But for the most part, it was kind of, I mean, it was very, very, very loose.
We will definitely have to talk about this on Kryptonian Chronicles.
Yeah. When we do a Kryptonian Chronicles episode, we'll definitely talk about it. I mean,
we'll go deep in there.
Yeah, we'll go deeper into
this. Brian says mom and dad are arguing. No, we're not.
No, we're not arguing. No, we're not arguing. We're not arguing. No. Wait a minute. Who's mom and who's dad? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. Speaking of which, we do have
now that Steve has his beard back, we didn't, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, you got the beard back.
So who do we have in the chat so far? We started off. Brian was the first one in the chat for once.
Brian?
And then, of course, we had Matt. Now, I was awake when you sent this. I've been awake since this morning. I have not had a chance to take a nap.
I unfortunately have been awake since like 3 a.m. this morning because I woke up at 3 a.m., had to use the bathroom, and then could not go back to sleep. So I just laid there and stared at the ceiling.
And there's Steve Spawn. How are you doing, sir?
Steve?
How's it going?
Dad and Dad. That's better. Brian, thank you. Dad and Dad. That's better.
Yeah, there we go. Dad and Dad. Is that like My Two Dads? That was a horrible TV show. And there's Katie. How's it going, Katie?
Hi, Katie. On Facebook. Good. I was going to ask you if we were on Facebook. Hi, Sis.
Yeah. Facebook seems to be working today.
Yeah.
So you went and saw.
How was? Yeah. I went and saw Supergirl. I did get a little time off during the 4th, but I did have to work a little bit. So my intention, like I was telling you, Steve, my intention was to come down on Sundays so we could hang out, but unfortunately, because of work, I was unable
Probably
to do so.
Probably a good thing that you didn't, because I ended up being busy. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't remember if I've. Hey, Smirking Bear.
Bring it
Um,
there.
how's it going, nerd? Um, I don't know if I mentioned this in Discord or not. Now I'm not really sure. So my band, because I'm not sure how long I'm. Man, what has happened since the last episode? So things are not progressing very quickly with the divorce. My plan, because I thought things were going to be speedy, I was gonna move out of state. However, things are in a let's call it a stalemate because I can't think of another word. We're at a point where we're gonna have to see a judge. So we're not gonna get out of doing the whole court thing. Why was I mentioning that?
Because you were going to move and you can't now.
Jesus Christ. Because I don't know. So part of that whole thing is that I cannot leave the state.
Yeah.
So not knowing where things are going, my band decided that yeah, it does, doesn't it, Brian? So my band decided we're going to get together. We broke up like April 2024, but we decided to get together and just do some shows, just play around a little bit. So we actually had practice on Sunday. So we had our first practice back together. First time we've played since April of 2024. And so that is why I was busy. Show us your dad's thingy. What the hell are you talking about, Brian? It's a little
It threw you completely off.
Yeah.
Completely off.
So yeah, so it is good that you did not drive down. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I've done other than like just sit and stare at the ceiling because life sucks right now. But I did read a comic book. So just so you know, folks,
that's something.
It's something.
In the nerd world, that's exciting.
So the thing is, since this whole ordeal has unraveled, who's Yoko?
Yoko Ono.
Well, I know, but what ban Yoko from brand practice? I don't have Yoko, Matt. My Yoko.
I actually that's funny because Matt, that's funny because I saw that video again the other day. For some reason, it came up where they had it was Chuck Berry and
oh yeah,
the one where she's like screaming in the mic in the background and they shut her mic off. Yeah, I saw that again, and like they were highlighting Chuck Berry's face like when that whole thing was going on.
Yeah,
and it was so funny because he's like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" And it's hilarious.
Matt, I don't have a Yoko anymore, so you know.
Oh yeah, no Yoko.
Okay. She banned herself.
Definitely doesn't have a Yoko anymore.
I missed a whole
part. Although
to give context to what he. What the hell was I talking about anyway?
You're talking about the band. You guys got back together.
We got together. We got to practice. Blah, 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 blah. Man, I am so confused. No, what I was saying is that's pretty much the only thing that I've done all week because.
You read a comic. You said.
Oh, that's right. That's right. See, I need help getting back on track here. What I was saying is I have not read not even one until recently, any comic book since this whole ordeal unfolded. And one day over the week, I was like, you know what? I'm going to read a comic. So I did. And then I was like, the plan was I'm going to read some more. And then I read that and I was like, yeah, I'm just mentally wiped now. Dude, I can squirrel myself. I don't need the chat to squirrel me. I do that just fine by myself. The chat, of course, plays quite a part in the squirreling of Steve, but
the chat doesn't help, but we can definitely squirrel ourselves.
I can definitely squirrel myself.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Drew. What's going on, man?
Hey,
I'm not going to
Drew.
stay long. Oh, you haven't seen Fanboys yet. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We've still got a lot of stuff going on before we start talking about Fanboys.
You people had homework and you failed miserably.
You had 2 weeks to watch.
You had 2 weeks. You knew we were going to do Fanboys. Jesus.
I am very disappointed in you, sir.
Sorry.
I'm gonna send you to timeout.
You be able to. Hey, Steve. Think about it though. You'll be able to give him tons of crap whenever we're traveling to freaking Rebel Scum Con. Because
speaking of which, let me find it. We have 31 days. Countdown. 31 days until Rebel Scum Con 2026, and your Rebel Nerd crew will all be there.
And then some.
Yes.
We didn't even talk to Spencer. Is Spencer going to be there? I didn't know Spencer was
he's not going to be there. I talked to him. He's not going to be able to
make it,
which is kind of a bummer.
But it will be me, you, Julie, and my girlfriend, Julie, and Drew will be there. And Matt. Matt will be there. And I think a couple other people are going to be there, too.
Yeah. I blame the Michael movie and the House of Dragon in Smallville. Oh, Smirty Bear said he also failed our homework assignment. You guys, I don't know what to do with you, man.
Very disappointed. Well, I mean, if you don't want to hear spoilers, I know our numbers are going to drop off when we start talking about the movie because, I mean, it's not spoiler heavenly laden other than some of the funny parts.
Yeah. So, I think Steve should wear a camera on his head and live stream the entire. I don't think so.
That would be funny.
That ain't gonna happen. Matt's son Luke is going to be at Rebel Scum Con.
Awesome.
My son will
Awesome.
What's Fanboys?
What? Are you sure we're related?
She really failed the assignment.
My sister, for crying out loud. Oh, what's Fanboys? Jeez.
What are we going to do with you people?
Well, I can't disown my sister, so. I mean, at least she's seen Star Wars, so I mean,
yeah, I guess.
You gotta give her a little bit of leeway.
I'll give her a little bit.
Yeah,
wait a minute. When did I say our last episode was?
The 16th, was it?
So how many weeks is that?
Give us stickers and t-shirts. Yeah.
Oh, geez. You know what? We've been gone for 3 weeks.
I told you 3 weeks. I said 3 weeks.
Did you say 3?
I did say 3.
Okay. So I said 3. Wow. No wonder it feels like it's been so long. Okay.
Yeah. Because
that makes more sense now. Now I forget why I was trying to bring that up. For the love of Christ.
That does not count, Drew. Drew, you have to actually watch the movie. The guy who did Ready Player One is the same guy who wrote Fanboys. And he says that somehow qualifies.
That does not count. I'm sorry. That does not count.
I've seen Ready Player One and no.
That has zero to do with Fanboys. Yeah.
We are allowed to give you people crap because you failed your homework.
Do they mention Star Wars in Ready Player One? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've.
I've seen Ready Player One once, and I think they do, but I don't remember for sure.
When is the Ready Player One stream? I really don't see that happening.
Hmm.
I've seen the movie,
Have you
but I
even
haven't
seen?
read the book.
I was gonna say, have you even seen Ready Player One?
I've seen it. I haven't read it.
I haven't read the book. No, I've seen the movie.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Have you seen He-Man yet?
No, I have not. It was pretty much a choice. And since the girlfriend really didn't know much about He-Man or never watched He-Man, it was pretty much one of those things where I was either going to have to see it with either Drew or you in order to get any kind of enjoyment. Because I think she would watch it and it like within just being a movie, I think she would enjoy it. But I think as far as understanding like the lore and the background and like the characters,
You don't need that.
well, I know, but I didn't want her to be bored out of her mind. So, Supergirl, since we went and saw Superman, seeing Supergirl and was kind of a priority. So we skipped over the I still want to see Masters of the Universe. That is driving me nuts.
I guess we're not going to be doing a Masters of the Universe stream.
Well, we can. I just need to find time to go watch it.
I don't know, man. It's like you wait too long, and it's like,
What's the point?
What's the point? Yeah, you kind of.
There's a point. There's a point. Come on, there's a point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uno momento.
Dude, I'm telling you, today is going to be rough. I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, let's just move on. So, let's move on to housekeeping. If you are watching us on YouTube, whether it's live or on the replay, make sure you hit that subscribe button first and foremost. Drop us a like, drop us a comment, help us invade that YouTube algorithm. And
hopefully we can be more consistent with the episodes.
Yeah. And if you're new here watching us live for the first time, jump in the chat, talk with us. We won't bite unless you ask.
And even then, we're not going to do it. Or at least I'm not going to do it.
I'll bite.
Steve's another story. Steve, I don't know.
I mean, I'll give. At Rebel Scum Con, I will give hugs for $1.
Yeah. Smirking Bear, that's about right. Between life, work, and freak American storm weather. Yeah. So basically work and freak American storm weather go together. And the way things have been going, they're
you'll be free, Drew. I won't charge you $1. $5 you're from Steve.
Drew, you're locked in now, buddy. You're locked in now.
$5 a bite. I could go. I could do $5. That'll.
We really. Oh, is this going to be another one of those coffee enema discussions or bionic thingy discussions where we talk about? We have a whole stream about biting.
I'm not talking about biting you, Drew. I said at Rebel Scum Con, I'm going to give hugs for $1, not bites. You're talking about two different things.
Hey, there you go. Matt says that Masters of the Universe is going to be out on digital in 2 weeks. So give me 2 weeks. I'll watch it.
Drew said coffee. What now? Oh, he missed that.
Yeah, coffee. Exactly.
Yeah, that was sometime last year, maybe even 2 years. I don't know. It's been a while, but we had a discussion about coffee enemas. That was
a while back. That was
a fantastic episode.
If you people missed that one, you need to go back and revisit that episode.
Find it. I don't remember what episode that was.
I don't remember which one it was either. It was one of our earlier episodes.
I don't know if I put that as a hashtag.
I don't remember.
Let's find out. Did I do a hashtag with coffee enema? Let's find out. We're gonna find out.
Steve's not a Spock sucker. Exactly. If you haven't watched the movie, people, you won't understand that reference.
No, I didn't use it as a. No, I did not use it as a.
Steve is going to stink bomb people.
Now, what were we talking about? Okay, yeah, no, we were talking about YouTube.
Right.
But if you want to hang out with us between episodes, go to that link right there, bio.link/Rebel Nerd Radio, and that will take you to all of our social media accounts: Facebook, Threads, Instagram, Twitter. We do have a TikTok, but just don't waste your time.
Be right back, Steve. Keep going. Okay. I'm here.
And we've got a TikTok, but I don't post over there. I'm not good at that. But that why is he? Never mind.
What happened?
I am not going to stink palm people, Matt. That's disgusting. Anyway, do they even have pretzels at Rebel Scum Con? I don't remember.
I think they did. They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh, the bio link. If you go to the bio link, Brian has a coffee enema story from work. I can tell you all later in Discord. Oh boy.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Good Lord. I don't even remember how our coffee enema started.
I don't either. I don't remember it either.
I mean, how do most of our conversations get started? You just get off the track and.
Oh, normally, no. Normally, it's somebody in the chat says something.
Yeah, we're blaming you guys.
I'm blaming you guys. 100%.
So the bio link, it will take you to our merch store where you can get shirts, mugs, and those fanny pack thingies.
Crossbody bags.
Yeah, that one. It'll take you to our Discord where the shenanigans run 24/7. Well, okay, maybe more like 23/7. I don't think everybody's up all night, but we do have time zones.
There are some people that send out messages early in the morning.
There are a lot of shenanigans going on in the Discord, so go check that out. Shenanigans. And then it will also take you to our Patreon, where you can be a patron of Rebel Nerd Radio. You can join for $2 a month. You will get our bonus content that we will eventually start putting out again.
Back out again, yes.
It's been a rough couple months, folks. We'll get there.
You can tell because we're even still kind of out of rhythm.
We really are. I'm really are out of rhythm. Just like me by myself. I am completely out of rhythm. And yeah, it's a mess.
Exactly, yeah. Matt. It's called a satchel or a merce if you must.
So bonus content when we get back into it. Stickers and other swag. What else? And you can hear your name right here on this live stream when we thank you, all our wonderful patrons, for donating to the cause. We have Dave Brown, Kelly and Chris Olson, Justin Hensley, Charlie Kirby, Chantel Gonzalez, Brennan, Brian, Steve Spawn, Matthew, Taco Cat, Smirking Bear, Adam, and Drew. We thank you for your support, because we could not do this without the support.
We do appreciate it. We really do. And I know things have been kind of hinky lately and it's been kind of weird, but between storm season on my end and dealing with real life on my end and on Steve's end, things have been kind of weird lately. But we hope that
I would say mine has been storm season too, in a manner of speaking.
That's fair. That's fair. So, I mean, like I said, you can kind of tell we're a little bit out of the rhythm because we were gone for 3 weeks. And then before that, it was like we did two shows. And I think we were on a month or so hiatus, I think, or something like that.
Well, yeah, we did. Shadow Lord. We were doing Shadow Lord, and we got.
Actually, I think we did 3. We we did Shenanigans, we did Mando and Grogu, and then we did Shadow Lord, and then like you said, this last break was about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Between weather and real life, we were not able to get out. But like I said,
But
we really
between
are trying to get back into the rhythm.
between Shadow Lord and Shenanigans, that was a really long break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, patrons. All right, what do we have? Oh, you know what we have next? Time for
We
sound
actually have
effects.
sound effects. Uh-oh.
It's time for us
Self-made.
to be
It's
drawn to the force. Matt,
you would
no,
never
it's not,
believe it.
it's
You
not
would never
really, it's
believe it,
really
people.
not like riding a bike. It's
You really you wouldn't believe it, people, but we do all these sound effects ourselves.
yeah, all DIY.
All
So this is the portion
DIY.
of the show where we talk about Star Wars comics that are going to be released this week. Man, my mouth is really dry. There are 2 Star Wars comics coming out that will be released tomorrow, July 8th. So the first one, see if I remember how to do this, because
This is the time that I like to call. Let's look at the alternate covers and see how cool they are.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
StreamYard likes to change things. Gotta love it. Besides the price. Okay, so the first one is Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, Pathfinders #3. I have not been reading this one. So I don't know what it's about. Takes place during the High Republic, obviously. It is written by George Mann. Let's see if it's got any alternate covers, and it doesn't. That's lame. You know what, though? I don't think Dark Horse, because it's put out by Dark Horse Comics, I don't think Dark Horse does alternate covers. So
I don't. It doesn't seem like it. Customarily, I don't think they do. I don't think.
Yeah,
But that mean that cover looks. The cover looks interesting. I mean,
yeah, cover looks fine. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just haven't read it. Now this next one, I don't know how far behind on this one I am, but it is one that I was following. Sarah Michelle Gellar, what?
Oh God, it's from Fanboys. He's already starting with the Fanboys quotes. He said he was going to blow up the chat with Fanboys quotes. So
well, knock it off.
It's a Fanboys quote.
Trying to do John Divorce. Okay. This next one is Shadow of Maul #5. I don't remember how far behind on this I am. But I was following this before the world ended. I got to imagine now that cover is pretty cool, but I got to imagine it's Marvel. So really, that's it.
What?
These are the only variant covers. So it's all right. This one's kind of.
I like that one.
That one's cool.
I think the original artwork on that one though is
I think the original one's better.
Yeah, that one's better.
But this one was written by Benjamin Percy. He's a good writer. Yeah, I don't know how far behind on this series I am because I don't know. But what I remember is it was a cool comic, and that's a good one to read.
I got the alternate cover for the which one did they do? Did they do Women's Month? I think they did a Women's Month cover for that one for the first installment of that. And I read that one a little while back when I first got it. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember much about it. But I did read the first one. So I haven't got a chance to read the other installments yet. So
why would William Shatner be involved in our episode?
So now Matt's doing the Fanboys stuff too. The code word is Scruffy Nerf Herder. We haven't said it yet.
I mean,
We haven't said it yet. We
Yeah.
haven't done it yet.
we are all a bunch of scruffy nerf herders.
We are a bunch of scruffy nerf herders.
Scruffy nerf herder. All right, so those are the comics that are coming out this week for Star Wars. Make sure you hit up your local comic shop. Go read some comics, especially some Star Wars comics.
Yes.
Which brings us to another fun-filled fan favorite segment. Show us your thing. Now, I do not have a thingy to show, but I'm bringing back, because I don't have anything to show, I'm bringing back a segment I've only done
lost segment.
A lost one. But I'm gonna let JD show us his thingy first.
I actually have two. I have a short one. You guys have kind of seen it. I got this for Father's Day because I was working Storm on Father's Day, and my animals are being annoying tonight.
I'm not gonna
but my girlfriend got me this from a t-shirt website. It says "Come and Take It." It's probably backwards. You can't read it, but it's because it's "Come and Take It," and it's a lightsaber with the Jedi symbol on it. So she got me this. This is a Father's Day present from my girlfriend. So yeah, this is cool. It's the first time I got a chance to wear it for you guys. Actually, I think it's the first time I've worn it like at all in public. So yeah, I thought it was kind of neat because normally it's like an AR-15, but it's a lightsaber. So I mean, it's nerd stuff, and I freaking love it.
I did not get a Father's Day present from my wife. The nerve of her.
Well, you know, there might be a reason for that. I'm not sure, Steve. We won't go there though. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that one on the down low. No. We're gonna keep that one on the down low. So I still have stuff left over from, believe it or not, because of with our hiatus and because of storm work.
My daughter did, but we won't go there.
That's cool.
I'm not going to tell you what that present was because that's.
No, well.
I mean, I'll tell JD, but I'm not announcing it to the public.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going back to things that I got on May the 4th. So if a lot of you folks, if you're familiar with stuff that was available on May the 4th, I picked up quite a few things from the Disney store. And one of them I wanted to get out and I wanted to display because I've been waiting to get this out for quite a while. So I wanted to show this to everybody, but I took it out of the box because unfortunately it needed charged. But I purchased myself because I have 3 out of the 4 original ones, the Gen 1s and the Gen. I have both Gen 1s and the Gen 2 of the Jedi ones, but it's I purchased the Great Holocron from the Disney store during May the 4th. I was actually able to get a hold of one, which was kind of awesome. Yeah, it was pretty neat. And I've got both the Gen 1 holocrons, both the Jedi and the Sith one, and I have the Jedi version of the Gen 2. I need to see if they have a Gen 3 and get the Sith version of the Gen 3. I just haven't got around to doing it yet, but I've been trying to actually charge this thing, and I think it's actually charged. So I got it out of the box, but here it is. Here's the general size of it. I'll actually turn it on. Hang on a second.
General size.
There we go. There's the general size of it. I mean, it's like the size of my head. Yeah. So let me see if I can get it to you. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
No.
Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
You can't hear anything?
Nah.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Maybe if I change my settings here. Hang on just a second. I got to change the settings on my AirPods. Oh, crap. Oh, never mind. Anyway, you're supposed to touch these 2 things at the bottom, and then you hear it that time?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's got you touch it at the bottom here in these 2 little spots, and then it has different quotes from different things, and then it actually has a compartment right there in the front, and I have different crystals for it. If you can't hear it, I'm not going to go ahead and put them in because you're not going to be able to hear what they say anyway.
Yeah. He's over here touching stuff, you know.
Huh?
You're over there touching stuff.
I'm over here touching things. But anyway, it's, yeah.
He's touching his thingy.
Yeah. Untouched. I think it's Ahsoka. Here, hang on. Let me see if this works. Oh.
Hmm.
Can you hear it? Nothing.
Brian says he hears something, but it's not clear enough to discern. I don't.
It's
get
not
it.
clear enough. Yeah, it's just like light and life, and a few things about the Jedi. Things like I think it's Ahsoka Tano, so I think it is. But anyway, like I said, it has a you punch the compartment, and then you can put in the crystals, like the Gen 2 crystals in here, and then it does different quotes and different things. And it even has a feature where you can actually put the Gen 2 Holochronicles on top. And depending on which one you put on top, I don't have my Gen 2 is not charged right now, so I can't, I'm not gonna be able to do it. But you can put them on top, and once you combine them, there's actually special things that it says whenever you do that. And then, like I said, for the compartment on the inside, it does all the different crystals, different color crystals. You can do it. And I have like 3 or 4 different Gen 2 crystals. So, yeah, but pretty cool. I'm going to try to get it working, and maybe I'll post that on Discord. So it's another reason for people
Can you
to
open it?
get on our Discord. Huh?
Can you open it?
Open it. Well, this is the only opening it does. That's it right there.
So you're not a real Jedi. Okay.
Yeah, it's not quite like that. But I don't think it.
All right,
I don't think it.
You can. Yeah.
I don't think it actually. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't actually open up on all the sides like that. The only part, like I said, the only thing that opens up is the actual crystal compartment. That's the only thing that opens up.
That's what you want to believe.
Yeah, whatever. But oh no, it's not. It's she said her brother. It's the sister, the Mortis gods. It's the sister who's talking through this. Yeah, it's the sister. So it's the but yeah, so it's the Great Holocron, and like I said, I got that through the Disney store for May the 4th. So there you go. Pretty cool. We got lights on the inside. There's actually structure. You can kind of see some structure on the inside of it. Really neat. It's a really cool deal. When I got out of the package, I was pretty impressed. So yeah, I'm anxious to get some crystals in it and see what they say and see how combining the 2 holocrons actually what the quotes are and stuff like that. So yeah, very cool.
All right, so here's my thingy, sort of.
Okay.
So if you guys remember, it's been months. It's been several months since I did it. I tasted. I think they were sunflower seeds that were like Taco Supreme or something. They were really bad.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
I remember the face.
Yeah. So I was at the store and I found these. More sunflower seeds. At this time, they are sizzling bacon.
that cannot be that bad. That's actually got to be
because you can never go wrong with bacon.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how to open that. Pardon me. I should have been doing this while you were doing your thing.
That's what I did with the holocron, because I had it. It was sealed. I had not opened it yet because I was actually gonna unseal it, and take it out of the box for all you people. But it was tape closed, and I'm pretty sure that the battery on it was dead because it has to be charged. So I had to take it out to charge it so I could show it to everybody, and you guys can see.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to open. It doesn't have one of those open here things. But
So you need to keep scissors or a knife on you.
See, now I gotta rip the thing open, and yeah, it's ruined. I ruined it. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to take a little small handful of these.
Let's see how this goes, people.
Bacon. This is Biggs. That's the brand name. Biggs sunflower seeds. Sizzling bacon.
Somebody have 911 on standby.
So you know what they taste like?
Uh-oh.
And I can only speculate. You know the begging strips they have for
Oh,
dogs? I can tell that they're trying to go for bacon flavor. But no, these are not good. They're not as bad as the Taco Supreme ones I tried. But I would not eat the rest of this bag.
well, I mean, you know, okay, I know two things, Steve. When you're comparing it to dog treats, you've either tasted them before or they're that bad.
Well, no, Matt, I've never tasted dog treats, but I can imagine that if there's a company saying, you know what, let's make some dog treats that taste like bacon. This is probably what they would taste like.
In my opinion, if they don't take them and they don't roast them with actual bacon, then you're probably right. They probably use the same flavoring that they use on bacon strips for dogs that they use on those things.
What is in these? I'm checking the ingredients. Sunflower seeds, no shit.
Well,
Salt,
duh.
some word I can't pronounce. Garlic powder. Natural
Okay, fair.
flavors. That's a bunch of bullshit. Gum arabic. Whey powder. Paprika. Yeast. And oh, I love this one. Yeah, no bacon. The last ingredient, spice. That's what it says. It says spice.
That's code for whatever we can come up with to make it taste like bacon.
That's very ambiguous.
Now what you need to do, Steve, is you need to look up actual bacon flavored bacon strips and see what the ingredients are and see how closely they match. I'm guessing, this is just a thought, but I'm guessing that it's pretty freaking close.
Okay.
Here we go. A little bit of Google research, people.
No, bacon strips actually have bacon fat in them.
Oh, that could be true, man. It could be the same company.
Purina makes the begging strips.
Uh-huh.
No, none of the
ingredients match?
None of the ingredients match except for salt.
Okay.
And so natural flavor.
Well, then maybe they don't taste like bacon strips. Maybe the
bacon strips are better. Maybe I should go get some bacon strips and
maybe you should get some bacon strips and
try those on the next one. So Big's sizzling bacon sunflower seeds, while they have a minor essence of bacon,
minor essence.
They
leave a lot to be desired.
This is going to be a thumbs down on this one. These are, I would say, do not try these at home.
We will file that under things Steve should not be tasting.
You know what? I'm at the point now where I don't think I want to try any more Big's sunflower seeds because the last one were Big's.
That was the taco ones?
Yeah, those are the same brand. Maybe I just need to stay away from that brand.
I'm sure they have like regular salted sunflower seeds that would probably taste fine. And this might be one of those things like Pringles chips where they throw out like an experimental version to see how many people like them and how fast they fly off the shelf. Because you may not like them, but maybe somebody
out there that likes dog treats.
Like I said,
I have to say that I've gave them 2 chances. I'm not. What the fuck? Why is that phone ringing? Nobody ever answers that phone.
The mystery phone.
It's a mystery phone. It's like nobody gives out that phone number. I don't even know why they have a phone in here to begin with. Who has a freaking landline phone anymore? Do you have a landline phone?
No, I haven't had. I'll be honest with you. I have not had an actual landline phone since.
Yeah, Matt. It was Biggs calling to. How would they get my number?
I don't think I've had a landline phone since sometime in the mid '90s.
Okay, well, I've gone further than you. I had one in 2007, but that's
Yeah,
as far as
no.
that's as far as I got.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. I don't think so. I think the last time I had it, I think it was when I moved out of the dormitories in the military in 1998. I think that I don't think that I renewed my landline phone. I think I got rid of it in 98 and I just went strictly cellular because about that time was when like the Razor phones came out and you had to charge them a lot, obviously, because like half a day they went out. But yeah, yeah, I want to say that
You know
I
what?
want to.
I was working at AT&T when the Razor came out. So let me see. I am curious. When did the Razor come out? Uh, okay. 2004.
Really?
Yeah.
What the phone? What the hell phone did I? Oh, it must have been a. Damn, I can't even think now. It must have been like a Nokia flip phone or something.
Maybe it was a
Is what it must
Kyocera.
have been. No,
That was one of the first cell phones I had was a Kyocera.
no, I can't think. Maybe I had a Nokia. I might have had a Nokia phone.
Might have been.
One of those ones that you play Snake on.
I had one of those.
That might be. It might be that one. I can't remember. I'd have to look up at 1998 and see what the phone was because I'm pretty sure that when I got out of the military in '98 and I moved
What
into an
cell
apartment.
phones were available in 1998? The Nokia 5110
There you go.
and the Motorola StarTAC 130.
And actually, people, this conversation is somewhat relevant because the movie that we're going to review does take place in that time frame, 98,
I remember
99.
the
So,
StarTAC. That thing was a piece of crap.
yeah. I actually did. I did. My original cell phone that I had was that big brick one that was about this big, and you could actually grab it by the antenna and you could beat somebody over the head with it. That was
yeah.
my original phone. That was the original phone that I had. Let's see, landline. Yeah, I think after that I got rid of freaking landlines. Once I moved out and I moved into my own apartment, I don't think I even got it.
I don't remember why we still had one in 2007. I just remember that we had one in 2007.
I know I didn't have one in 2007 for sure.
There was a reason why we had a landline.
That 5110, that sounds familiar. I think I had one of those. I have to look that up to see what exactly it looked like, but I think that was one of the first cell phones.
Hey, hold on to your belts here, folks.
Oh God.
I've got the picture pulled up here.
Oh God. Yep. I had one for sure. 100%.
Yep.
I had one of those.
I remember that phone.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember playing Snake on that phone.
Matt says his first cell phone only had 60 minutes a month.
Jeez.
I remember those days.
Mm-hmm. I remember them lasting like if you made one phone call, it lasted. You had to put it on the charger right afterwards because it pretty much burned up all the battery on it. So you had to leave it on the charger all day long till you wanted to walk around. So it was like having a landline because you had to have it on the charger all day long so you could walk around and do stuff. Or you could when you wanted to talk to somebody and you actually got a phone call, you could actually walk around and talk to somebody. And then as soon as you got done with the
Brian, texting in T9, that was a pain in the ass.
Then there was the Blackberries. The Blackberries were fun.
I liked the Blackberries. So
Blackberries are actually pretty nice.
When I worked at AT&T, I was primarily when I worked there, I was working in what was called Advanced Network Services. I don't know why they called it that, but it was basically 90% of it was BlackBerry calls.
Mm-hmm.
We were dealing with Blackberries and PDAs. They had like Palm Pilots that you could talk on the phone with. But it was mostly Blackberries. And then along came the Samsung Blackjack. That phone sucked. I hated working with that thing.
iPhone pretty much killed BlackBerry.
Well, yeah, I was working at AT&T when the BlackBerry. I was working at AT&T when the iPhone was introduced, and it was only on AT&T for like a year. And it may have been longer than a year, but I know originally it was only available through AT&T, and those were actually some of the easiest calls that I took, because the only training we had for those was make sure the account's provisioned for iPhone. Otherwise, send it to Apple. So it's like, oh, my iPhone isn't working. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure that your account has iPhone on it. Yep. Your account has iPhone on it. I'm going to get you over to Apple.
I don't think I bought the first gen iPhone, and I don't even know if I bought the second gen. I think I bought the third one. I think when I got into iPhone, I think it was iPhone 3, I think. And I did try Samsung for a while. I did try two different Samsung. I tried a Samsung Note when they first came out, and I tried a Samsung. I tried the first Note, and then I've tried the third one, and I hated them, both of them.
I did have some Samsungs, but yeah, I got my first iPhone in 2010, so it was a ways. I don't remember which one. Let's find out. What iPhone came out in 2010? That was the 4.
The 4.
Yeah, the 4. So you know what? Actually, that was released in June. I got it before June, so I would have had the 3. Yeah.
So yeah.
And now I have the. That reminds me, I did get a new phone, by the way. I don't think I told you that. I don't remember which one I have. I have the newest one. I think it's
the newest iPhone.
I think I have the 17.
Yeah, I have the 17 Pro Max. Yeah.
Yeah, my phone was just. Before that I had like the 12. And it was just shitting out on me, and I had to force myself to get one. I mean, I couldn't. Yeah. But yeah, no, I never had the Sidekick, Brian. I remember it. I did have Blackberries though. I had Blackberries for a while. Mostly because, like, when I was working there, they gave you one because you had to know how to work it. So yeah, I had one for a while. I had several, but yeah, Blackberries were fine. They were good.
Blackberries were really good until the iPhone came out, and then iPhone pretty much killed BlackBerry, and I haven't heard it.
I think they still make them.
Do they still make Blackberries? That's cool.
Do they still make BlackBerry phones? No, they do not. Okay, when did they stop making them? Let's find out. Stopped making them in 2020.
Huh?
Yep, that was when the last
pandemic got to them.
Yeah. How the hell do we get to talking about cell phones?
I was just going to ask that conversation. How did we get to talking about cell phones?
We'll get there, Matt. Hold your damn horses.
That's fine. I kind of agree with him a little bit because I don't know how we got on the cell phone conversation, but holy crap.
Oh my! The phone here rang, and I was asking about landlines. Yeah.
That's right.
So squirrel, take a drink.
Squirrel. Yeah, that's okay.
Take a drink. All right, Fanboys. It was a movie. It was cool. See you next week. No. So yeah, this movie was
Matt, Steve, you might know this. Matt, if you've been paying attention, I'm sure Matt, you have, and Drew, if you're still around, I'm sure you guys are paying attention. For those of you who have seen the movie, they will be actually doing a reunion at Rebel Scum Con. They all four of the main guys will be there at Rebel Scum Con.
That's pretty
Yes, that will be cool.
So the movie, 2009 is when it came out. As was mentioned earlier, it was written by Ernest Cline and Dan Pulick, directed by Kyle Newman. I don't know who Kyle Newman is. Yeah, I don't know. But so the movie basically it's about these high school buddies that get back together, and they're all Star Wars geeks like us, and they decide to take this road trip to the Skywalker Ranch to try to steal the rough cut of the Phantom Menace before it's released.
Matt says 3 of the 4. I thought all 4 of them were going to be there.
And,
he says 3 of the 4.
They do this because one of them has cancer, and they want to.
He's actually he in the context of the movie, he's actually scheduled to pass away before episode 1 comes out. So they're trying to get him there to see episode 1 before he actually passes away.
Right. Correct. So the actors in this movie, like most of them, were kind of unknown at the time.
At the time.
Yeah. Like I think the one that is probably most well known is probably Kristen Bell.
Mm-hmm.
And then after her, probably the guy that played the guy that played Windows, Jay Baruchel. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
and see,
really
I know the guy that God damn it. Dan Fogler. I knew his name was Dan, but I was like, fuck, I can't remember his last name. Dan Fogler. I remember him from a lot of movies. I actually know him better because he was in Fantastic Beasts, which I enjoyed those movies.
I saw Fantastic Beasts, but I don't remember much about it.
He was the nomad that was going around with Newt Scamander.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's the one that wanted to open the bakery.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
For those of you who've seen Fantastic Beasts, that's where I know him from.
Know where I know him? You know where I know him from? He was in the Bob Dylan biopic in 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's actually done quite a few movies. He's actually I like him. He's funny. What was his?
That was his favorite character.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hutch. Yeah, Hutch is by far one of my favorite characters. He was crazy and funny, and
did you see this in the theater?
No,
I didn't either.
No.
We're gonna tell on each other here in a second, or I'm probably gonna tell on me more so than you are. When was the last time? When was the last time you saw it in preparation for this?
It what?
When was the last time you watched it?
When was the last time I watched it?
Yeah. When did you last watch it?
Today. I actually watched it today because, I watched it when we were going to do it a couple weeks ago. I watched it then, and I was like, screw it, I'll just watch it again. So I watched it today. I've been watching. I didn't actually. I will tell on myself just a little bit. I did not finish it today, but I'm like, see, I think it was Brian or Matt or somebody in the Discord said earlier they've watched it like 100 times. I'm the same way. The movie is freaking great. I love it. It's funny. It's just good comedy to me, and I've watched it several times. And I actually like the story because the funny part of it is that I was going to tell you this earlier too, Steve, is that and I know I keep bringing this up and you keep wanting to smack me for it, but I'm going to bring it up again. When we went to San Francisco and we went to Lucasfilm, the first thing that popped into my head was this movie because it was like we're going to Skywalker, we're going to Lucasfilm Limited to the studio, and it's like where can I sneak off into to get some crazy new footage, or where can I see something that nobody else gets to see? And I was like, the first thing I thought of was Fanboy because I was like, they were sneaking off to Skywalker Ranch so they could watch episode 1. And I'm like, I could do the same thing while I'm at Lucasfilm Limited. I was like, yeah. Only thing I'm missing is a bunch of nerd buddies to go with me to go, hey, let's sneak in. Let's figure out how we can get in here. When did you watch it?
Much to nobody's surprise,
Oh, God.
JD is way more prepared than I am. I watched this when I was in the mental hospital.
That's been a few weeks, Steve.
Somebody put it on in the rec room, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Yeah, let's sit down and watch this." And I have not. To be fair, though, I haven't really watched much of anything over the last few months.
I haven't had time. I wanted to go see Masters of the Universe. I got to go see Supergirl because the girlfriend wanted to go see it. And then I watched this movie. I really have not had time to watch any other movies because if I'm not working, I've been busy doing other things like catching up on housework. So I actually watched this movie twice, or 2.5, I guess 1.5 times.
I just haven't had the motivation to watch TV. I did finish Shadow Lord, so I got that.
Good.
I finished Daredevil.
Nice.
The new season of Daredevil, and I finished The Boys. Other than that, it's just been kind of random movies here and there. And mostly that's been like kind of background noise. Like I'll just be sitting there staring at the ceiling or looking at my phone, and I'll have a movie on kind of in the background. But yeah. What did I watch the other day? I watched something. I watched
the Hutch.
Oh,
the Hutch touch.
I know what it was. There's an individual on Threads that we've gotten to talking about Godzilla. And we've been talking about Godzilla, and I was like, you know what? I've never seen the movie Shin Godzilla. It's a Godzilla movie that was put out in 2016. I'm like, I've never watched that one. So I sat down and watched it. I think I got a little over halfway through it, and I'm like, this is just a bad movie. This is not good. I didn't make it all the way through.
So anyway,
you people in the chat are still talking about Fanboys. I'm over here trying to talk about Godzilla. No.
Well, that is our topic. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
God
So
forbid.
okay, so 2009's movie come out, and they decide they're going to go on this road trip, and
well, it's 1999, and it's what the movie starts out what 6 months. 6 months before The Phantom Menace is released in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And basically the two guys, the two more main characters who are best friends kind of drift apart after high school, and the one guy's trying to make his dad proud by being an adult and take over some car dealerships and stuff like that. So he kind of got away from the nerd stuff, where the other guys are still living kind of like me and Steve, we're still living in Nerdville. And they find out that one of the best friends has cancer, and he's actually expected to pass away within 3 months, which means he's not going to get to see The Phantom Menace. So the premise of the movie is them going on a quest to go to Skywalker Ranch so they can sneak in and they can watch The Phantom Menace together before he passes away.
You know what's sad about that? He never got a chance to see Rogue One.
That's true. But you know what? It does spare him the indignity of Attack of the Clones.
And the sequel trilogy.
I mean,
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, we had a great run, Rebel Nerd Radio,
Yeah.
but
Oh, guys, I'm kidding. A little bit. So yeah, that's I didn't really have any plans for what exactly we were going to talk about, but so like this was like one of those like road trips where everything that could have gone wrong did.
And Hutch had a lot to do with it.
And yeah, there were some cool Star Wars actor cameos.
Yes, Matt. There was a lot of cool. There was some awesome cameos in the movie. Yes.
Yeah, like
awesome
when William Shatner showed up, that was pretty cool. And
yeah,
that's the wrong movie.
No, he showed up.
No, he's not from. He's not from.
Well,
Star
he's
Wars.
not. He's not from Star. But see, here's the thing about Fanboys. Here's something I want to say about Fanboys is that first off, this whole idea that Star Wars guys and Star Trek people hate each other. In some cases, that might be true, but that's never been the case for me. I've always liked Star Trek too. I've always liked the ships. I've always liked the stories. I own a lot of the movies. Most of them are the original movies. I don't really own a lot of the J.J. Abrams versions, but I own a lot of the original movies and like the next generation versions of the movies and stuff like that. And like they had these box sets that they put out that were like favorite episodes of like the Borg or favorite different favorite episodes. And I have all those too. I still have all those. And what's funny about this is they kind of take that rift that some people have between the Star Wars universe and the Trek universe, and they kind of take it to the point where they actually hate each other and they're giving each other crap. And you kind of get this funny perspective of fanboys from both sides.
Yeah.
And I was thinking specifically of the scene where Hutch, and this is where I say that a lot of the problems that they have on the way there is Hutch's fault. And for those of you who, if you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert, but I'm gonna give up some spoilers. The van that he has that only is allowed to play Rush is literally decorated head to toe in Star Wars stuff. It even has a dome on top that has the R2D2 head. Yeah, there it is. There's the van. And up on top in the back, it has the R2D2 head. And he's got like 80s and 90s like cards in the back of Star Wars and Star Wars posters in it and all kinds of cool stuff. And he decides at some point that going to Iowa and harassing Trekkies is something that he thinks is a good idea. and they get into a fight, and it's all fun and games and funny until the guy who's kind of the leader of the Trek people tells Hutch that Han Solo is a bitch, and then a fight ensues. Which
that was
funny. I mean, he bites one of the Vulcan's ear. One of the dudes bites the Vulcan's ear off, and they get into fights with like, and you Trek people have to help me out on this because I don't know what it is, but they have these stabs that they get into fights with. There's a ball on one end and like an axe on the other end, and they get into fights with these make-believe ones, and then they're trying to erect a statue. And it's funny because at the end he runs over the statue and blows it up, and then the one guy's reenacting the con scene. It's just like, I mean, to be honest, I get people sometimes that are like, how can you be a grown-ass man at 50 years old and you're like this fan guy of so many like so much nerd stuff and like so many things that are nerdy. And I'm like, and then I see movies like this, and I often wonder if people that don't get into this kind of stuff, if this is what they see out of people like us when we're talking about Star Wars, when we're talking about nerd stuff, if they see us in this same light. And I'm like, but
you gotta wonder how accurately does it portray fandom?
I mean, in their eyes, like in normie eyes, it's probably pretty accurate. To us, it seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because even guys like us aren't quite that bad. I mean, we're bad. I mean, obviously we're bad, but we're not that bad. My girlfriend just got home. For those of you who are, she says hi. She says waving. She says hi, everybody.
So, has she watched Fanboys?
Honey, you've seen Fanboys, haven't you? Yeah, she's seen Fanboys. Yeah.
Are we that bad?
Are we that bad? Do you think, as a person who's like a little bit more outside of it, do you think we're that bad? Oh, there you go. Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
She says we have more social skills. We have better social skills. Well,
okay,
kinda.
One out of two of us, maybe.
What? Compared to those guys. Oh, she says compared to those guys, yes. We have better social skills compared to those guys.
I mean, that is fair. I didn't meet up with a 10-year-old.
Matt, I have done that before. I have hit him with the pressed hand before. I'm just saying.
You met up with a 10-year-old?
No, he said hit him with the pressed ham, JD. I haven't hit him with the pressed ham before.
No.
Yeah, no, I have not met up with a 10-year-old.
No,
please, let's be very clear about this. No, I have not met up with a 10-year-old.
No, that was pretty that was pretty pathetic that he had this online relationship with this person.
You know what though? Honestly, you know what though? The funny part of that is that in the early days of the internet, when like people were chatting and you didn't have the ability to see who you were chatting with near as good. It seemed like that was kind of the norm back then. Is you could be chatting with somebody and they could tell you they were something or blah 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 blah, and you had no idea who you really were talking to. That was the thing. And throughout when I first watched the movie, I really did think that Hutch and them were right, that he was actually going to end up meeting with some like old dude with like a beard, and like it was like, like leading him on or whatever. And then it ended up being a 10-year-old. And on top of it, it ended up being Harry Knowles' 10-year-old niece. I'm like, yeah, poor white chocolate. Exactly. That was his name. His name was White Chocolate. And yeah, that. I mean, when they made the movie, that was funny. Nowadays, it's probably not as funny as it was then.
It's really not.
It's really not. I mean, it's kind of like.
So Matt said,
I mean, I
bet back in '99, you didn't have those social skills.
I would say I did. I have to think. 99, I just got out of the military. I was in my own apartment. I was working 2 jobs. I was working 1 full-time, 1 part-time job for fun. And I was also rodeoing at the same time. So when I was doing rodeo, so I guess my social skills were probably redneck social skills, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's probably fair. That's probably fair. Probably really wasn't nerd social skills. It was probably more nerd. It was probably more redneck social skills at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
come on, Steve. You can think back that far.
I don't know, man. They were probably worse. I mean, I think they're probably worse now than they were in '99.
Well, at this present time, they're probably worse.
That's fair.
I mean, but you've been that whole storm thing you were talking about that you've been through. I mean, that would make sense.
Not to get off the train of thought, but I'm going to get off the train of thought again.
Oh, I 100% did, Matt. 100%.
I wonder how Rebel Scum Con is going to
go. And squirrel.
Take a drink. Yeah, Matt, I'm sure that JD slapped the bull.
I did slap the bull.
Yeah.
I did slap the bull because, I mean, bull riding and beer go hand in hand. But when bull riding and people like whiskey and bourbon come along, they bring out bottles of it. It makes it even worse.
Man, there was another scene I was gonna. What?
Speaking of, you know what? I will go on that for a second. For those of you who, because these guys aren't going to. So apparently three. So Matt says three out of the four of the guy characters will be there. Obviously, Kristen Bell's probably not going to be there. I'm sure she has better things to do. But which I'm so I'm not shocked at that part that she's not going to be able to be there.
I would be very, very shocked to see her there.
I would be too, because she's like an A-list actress now. So I would say it would be very shocking to see her there. As far as Rebel Scum Con though, is it Steve? Have you seen the floor plan for like vendors and stuff?
The floor plan? No, I have not.
The floor plan. Oh, it's gotten bigger. It's definitely gotten bigger.
Well, that does not surprise me.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten bigger.
But
they are damn near to the point where they're reaching the capacity of the venue that they use in Frisco.
You know, Bryce Dallas Howard is going to be there.
I know.
And John Boyega is going to be there.
Yep.
And Moff Gideon is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Stranger is going to be there.
Yeah. I told you I'm taking a helmet. I may end up taking two helmets because I might see if I can get John Boyega to sign one of my first order helmets, my first order stormtrooper helmets. So I might bring two helmets with me.
Both Cyril and Deidre are going to be there.
I know. God, I'd love to be able to like sit and talk to those two or like get a picture with them and have conversation. That would be freaking great because those two, yeah, we're getting off topic. I know we are, but those two, if you've ever heard them on interviews, they are freaking funny. But anyway, man,
there was somebody else that's going to be there, and maybe they are not going to be there anymore.
Ray Park was initially supposed to be there, but he unfortunately is not able to make it because he's got some issues.
Well, Carson Teva is going to be there. We know
Carson Teva.
Yeah. Him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That'd be cool. Oh, I know who it was. Vanessa Marshall's going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. But yeah, we totally got into Rebel Scum Con talk. But
yeah, we did.
To be honest, we're probably going to be talking about that a lot over the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. Back to Fanboys.
Okay. Back to Fanboys. Which obviously the guy that plays Harry Knowles is not Harry Knowles. It was just a guy. It was I can't remember his name. He's what the heck is his name?
Hang on. Let me find the cast list. Ethan Suplee.
Yes. Yeah, he plays. He does a character. He does Harry Knowles.
He's been in a lot. Yeah, he's been in a lot.
Yeah, which is funny too because he actually goes through and when he's he thinks they're lying about their intentions, and he didn't understand that Windows didn't know that the niece was 10 years old. So in his defense, he did not understand that she was that age. So I mean, you give him a little bit of a pass because of that because she. Apparently misled him or wasn't honest about her age whenever she was talking about it. And so it's kind of funny because he sits there and asks some questions about Star Wars. And it's like questions that, for me, it was questions that as soon as he asked it, you're like, boom, you knew him right away. But the funny thing is in 2009, you knew by then, unless you read the books, you didn't know that Chewbacca came from Kashyyyk, unless you read the books and comics.
Right.
But in 2009, we knew it because by then all the movies had all the sequel trilogy or all the prequel trilogy had been out, and we knew that the Wookiees came from Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Which was kind of funny.
Yeah. Another cameo that was not Star Wars related, but actually he has been in Star Wars. Danny Trejo was in this movie.
Yes, the chief.
Yeah. And
he kind of causes them a little bit of a problem too.
That was funny though.
Yeah, because he gave him a whole bag of hash.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was peyote. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
peyote.
I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was peyote.
I think
It was
yeah,
peyote.
I think
The
it was
girlfriend
peyote.
says it was peyote.
Yeah.
My girlfriend would know because she's part Indian. So I mean, she would know about the peyote. I've asked her if she smoked peyote before, and she's like, I won't touch the crap.
Okay, so if Brian is still here, it's time to talk about favorite quotes. Do you have any favorite quotes? My favorite quote of the movie is not at all what you would think it would be.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me.
But no, what is yours? I want to hear yours first. I do know what Matt
Hell.
is. Okay, Brian, what's your favorite quote? Matt, what's your favorite quote? Anybody else that's in the chat, what's your favorite quote?
It didn't happen in one spot, but I love the part where my favorite like conversations back and forth was when they kept calling Hutch's garage a garage, and he kept saying it was a carriage house, and like he was getting so pissed. He was getting so pissed because they kept saying Hutch's garage. And he's like, it's not a garage, and he like bites his own mirror. And he's like, it's not a garage, it's a carriage house.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Matt. His favorite is nobody calls Han Solo a
No,
bitch.
goes home
Okay.
solo a bitch. Yep, that makes sense. That makes
Okay,
sense.
Brian, let's hear yours. What's your
Oh
what's your
no,
favorite quote?
I know what mine was.
Oh, what's that?
Well, it's kind of controversial because it depends on how you feel about episode one.
Okay.
Um,
Well, man, if you take mine, I'm gonna be.
Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead because I chimed
I
in.
think I know where you're going, but my favorite quote is right at the end or toward the end when he says, "What if this movie sucks?
What if it sucks?
What if this
Yeah,
movie
that's.
sucks?"
I was gonna say because it was. I thought that was funny because like some people said it sucked and it was horrible and this that and the other thing, and they said they can't believe they waited that long for it. I hate that because that
I,
is an indication that the writer thinks that episode one sucked, and I'm like, I don't. Other than I can see the critique of Jar Jar, which I'm my
I,
girlfriend, please don't come after me.
I,
Just go back to your audiobook or whatever you're
I
doing.
liked episode one.
Just don't look at me with that evil. She's looking at me with this evil stare because I said something bad about Jar Jar. I'm not saying anything bad about Jar Jar. I'm saying the only criticism. I'm getting a terrible look
I
right
mean,
now.
sure, Jar Jar was kind of goofy, but
He was goofy. If there was any critique that would actually be worth a damn, it would be that. But I didn't. It didn't bother me enough that it took away from the story. And I
yeah,
was so upset about Jar Jar being a goofy, weird character that it took away from the story for me. And other than that, I thought episode one was uh, far superior to, like, say, episode two. I know I keep bringing that up, but
oh,
episode two,
by far,
episode one was far superior to episode two. And the lightsaber battles and the premise of the story and like how they set everything up, I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. And then when
Who
I
brought
saw
up
this movie,
Boba Fett?
they were talking about Boba Fett at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about Windows. Windows was saying that Boba Fett was not as pivotal a character and was not a good a character because he didn't do nothing. But you have to understand people. You have to understand that when this movie, in the context of this movie, it came out before episode one came out, and this was like at the end of the dark times. So, like, Jango Fett, it wasn't a thing yet. Like Boba Fett, the only time you've seen Boba Fett was either you saw him in the movie when he got his butt kicked by a blind guy, or you might have saw him in like books or comic books or something like that. So you have to understand when this movie takes place, and like in the context of the Star Wars timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have to keep that in mind.
Matt, you're on thin ice, dude.
It's fair. Come on, it's fair.
Okay, so what's up, my nerds?
What's up, my nerds?
You already got to pick your favorite quote, Matt. Um, yeah, you know what? I really thought that our chat room would be busier tonight.
Maybe people can catch it on the rewind.
I don't know.
It is summertime, and people at night are doing things. Hopefully, they're outside touching grass and doing things outside because it is summertime and it is nice out. It's a little warm, but I mean, it is nice.
Yeah,
So.
it's a little warm.
Yeah.
What is the temperature where you're at?
Right now it is 88 degrees with 50% humidity.
I'm sorry, say that again.
It's 88 degrees with 50% humidity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is ours? Ours is 90 degrees with 51% humidity.
If it was 20% humidity, it'd be beautiful outside.
Categorized as excessive heat by the National Weather.
By the National Weather Service. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your let's see, what was your favorite scene? Like, do you have a favorite scene in the movie?
I kind of like the one where they're going back and forth with the Trekkies.
When they're in Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, when they're outside and I really like that one.
I think the one for me was the part where they're in Skywalker Ranch and the cops. So for those of you who haven't seen it, the cops are wearing T-1000 like face masks.
Yeah,
and they're kind of ish dressed like the T-1000. So which is, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you don't know, if you're not up on like movie productions and things like that, ILM did all of the computer stuff for Terminator 2. And like for me, Terminator 2 is like one of the defining like special effects movies of the 90s. It was like early 90s. It just turned 35 this year. It came out in 91.
yeah.
And in 91, the special effects to create the T-1000 and to create a lot of everything that went on in Terminator 2 was phenomenal. And it was all done by ILM, which is the company that George Lucas founded. So when they're going through Skywalker Ranch and they're being chased by the T-1000 security guards, they actually get into what I'm assuming is George Lucas's office. And when they're trying to arrest them or they're trying to get rid of them, they're picking up pieces of memorabilia from the movies, including a scale model of the Millennium Falcon, which is supposedly what they use to film a lot of the Millennium Falcon scenes, and then the actual remote and a few other things. And they're acting like they're going to smash them. It's like it's both a funny haha and a funny uh-oh moment for me, because if I was in their office and I was picking up actual props from the movie and I was threatening to smash them, I'm not going to do that. I would rather steal them than smash them.
Yeah.
But it was funny because they were threatening to smash like Star Wars history. And these guys being fanboys of Star Wars, they're not actually going to do that.
Oh yeah, can I hear his beard?
One of the security guards is Ray Park, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, there's like the scene where Zoe says, "Can I hear his beard?"
Yeah. Oh, he says, okay, sorry, Brian. It looked like the faces were T-1000. He says the security guards were dressed like the police robots from THX 1138, Lucas's first movie. I thought it was from I was thinking it was from the T-1000s from Terminator.
Yeah, I remember Ray Park was one of them. I don't remember the outfits though.
Yeah, I think I watched. I think I watched that movie a long, long time ago, but I never actually. I didn't remember that part of it. I thought, yeah, okay, yep, he's right. My bad. My bad. They look like the T1000 to me. I thought that was the T1000.
I'm trying to think of other scenes that I thought. I mean, really, the whole Skywalker Ranch montage, or not really montage, but the whole thing was pretty funny.
There are some scenes that like it's funny because who is it? It's Danny McBride.
Yeah,
Danny McBride is in there and he's asking him questions. Well, the cool part was like we were talking about earlier, like the cameos. Because so, for instance, the judge that they go before when they try to run from the police. That was okay. I didn't mention that. When they run from the police, it's Billy D. Williams, and his name is Judge Reinhold, which is funny
yeah, yeah,
in the sense of there was an actual guy named Judge Reinhold. And if you've ever seen Beverly Hills Cop and Beverly Hills Cop 2, which are excellent movies, I love those movies. The guy that plays Billy in the movie Beverly Hills Cop, he plays Billy.
yeah,
He's kind of the slapstick cop. His name is Judge Reinhold, which is great, which is funny. Um,
and it was Lando that was playing him. That was pretty funny.
yeah, and then Carrie Fisher ends up playing the doctor that sees him um, at the hospital. She ends up
Mhm.
being the doctor who prescribes him and gives him some medication to help him get through the whole thing, which is funny. It ends up being her, and then they exchange some lines back and forth that were actually Star Wars lines, which is makes it even better.
Hmm.
Oh, I said that one of my favorite scenes was that, but I have to give a second shout out to when they're running from the cops, and I don't know why this makes me laugh so much, but when they're running from the cops, he said two rules in the truck or two rules in the van were we always play Rush and you never touch the red button, and he ends up touching the red button and it's nitrous, but it doesn't go off right away, and he has, in my opinion, this is just me, but this could be just because I'm a freaking Back to the Future fan. He
Yeah.
actually hits his head against the steering wheel, which causes the nitrous to ignite. And the van takes off. And it's funny. I don't know why I laugh at that scene. I don't know why I think it's so freaking hilarious. But they end up taking off and they go crazy and they're doing like this light speed thing. And he crashes through the billboard. And when he crashes through the billboard, it says join the force. But the billboard, when they break through it and the cutout that's left behind looks like Darth Vader, and the back of his van light looks like red eyes that Darth Vader might have. I mean, obviously he didn't have those, but it looks like he might have them. I don't know why. I think that scene's hilarious too. I think that's pretty funny.
That was good.
Mhm.
Well, you guys in the chat, what were your? Of course, Matt brings up the no jerking in Hutch's van.
Well, of course he would.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah. That
what
was
was
Linus kisses Carrie, and she says, Carrie says, "I love you," and she, or no, he says, "I love you," and she says, "I know." Yeah, and then the Vader breathing through the sign, that was pretty awesome.
yeah?
And instead of, yeah, I'm almost certain, Brian. I'm not sure, but I'm almost certain that I think that the THX. Now that I think about it, the THX cops, I think, is where they got the inspiration for the T1000. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. And instead of saying shotgun, they say Chewy, which is funny. But I do like the fact because there's always been. I keep thinking back to when they did, and I can't remember what it was for, but they did this thing where they celebrated Star Wars in a fan or in like an award ceremony thing, and I can't remember exactly where it was from, but they got William Shatner to come out, and he made some jokes about Star Trek, not acting like it was he didn't know it was a Star Wars crossover or that it was a Star Wars event. And it was funny because the stormtroopers come out and they grab him and try to drag him off stage, and he's kicking and he's like, "I can talk about Star Wars. I can talk about Star Wars." And I think back to that, and then I think back to this movie, and I'm going, "This is probably the closest we'll ever get to a Star Wars Star Trek crossover."
Yeah.
Because we actually got William Shatner in there, who's acting like a closet Star Wars fan, so his fans don't find out that he's a Star Wars fan.
I think I may have seen that presentation.
Yeah, it was funny.
What was that?
What?
Oh, I think that's your girlfriend talking.
Yeah, how could you hear her, but you couldn't hear the holocron?
I don't know. Maybe she's louder.
But she is probably louder.
What?
She's looking at me like,
We said you're loud. I mean, what else? What else do we want to talk about?
The phaser. I do think it's funny that the entire time that Windows is talking to the girl online. What's funny is it makes it even funnier now. I think with like social media and how dependent people are on social media.
Yeah,
that it's kind of funny because Windows is talking to the girl online and trying to create a relationship with the girl online, not realizing that the girl right there in front of him actually liked him, and she wanted to be with him, but he acted like she didn't exist. But I think it's also because he didn't think that she wanted anything to do with him.
He was clueless, man.
Oh, he was completely clueless. And yes, I'll bring it up. It's the sweater yams.
The what?
So did you see the scene where they're in, and he brought it up earlier. It was when they're in the comic book shop and the Trekkie guys come in. That's the start of the scene. The Trekkie guys come in no. The start of the scene is Kristen Bell's character, Zoe, is up there putting up comic books on the shelf. And Hutch is following her around, and he's using the Jedi mind trick. He's like, "You will take off your shirt."
Oh,
you
yeah.
will take off your. And he's trying to get her to do it. And she's like, "That has not worked. You've been trying it since the 8th grade. It's not worked." And she literally goes up the windows and she pulls up her shirt and says, "Look, he's completely clueless. He's the one that I want, but he's completely clueless."
Yeah.
And then after that, you get the Trekkie scene where the guys walk in and they're wanting the phaser gun from Star Trek. And he goes, "That's how we weed out Trekkies here, because we don't like Trekkies, and we put that there to weed them out so we can get them out of our store."
They definitely depicted those people as anti-Star Trek.
Anti-Star Trek.
Which, I mean, there really are people like that.
Mm-hmm.
That just it's one or the other. But,
you know what the funny thing about that is that when I went to Star Wars Celebration in 2017, I assumed, like anybody else would, that everything was Star Wars. And the crazy part is I didn't know at the time what was going on. I really wasn't kind of attuned to that part of the Star Wars culture about people showing up to the celebrations and that kind of thing. And it was so crazy, and it was such an overload and it was such a overload of stimulus when it came to Star Wars because of the costumes and the cosplays and the vehicles and all the vendors and all of the stuff that was going on. And it was my first experience. But what was funny is that we were walking around and we were seeing all these different people doing different Star Wars stuff and doing different cosplays. And we were at the stage and they were doing an interview with Hayden Christensen, I think. And the stage was set up where one half of it was like Jabba's palace with the Rancor, and like the throne and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the other side was set up like the Millennium Falcon, like the interior of the Millennium Falcon. And we were taking in so much of it and looking at everything that was going on. It was just so overwhelming. And then it was crazy because I look behind me and I see 3 guys standing behind me in Star Trek outfits. I mean, like full red, next generation uniforms.
Yeah.
And I kind of I did a double take. I was like, what? And I'm like, and they were just standing there like at the position of parade rest. If you're not familiar with the military, that's like with their arms behind their back, and they were standing, shoulder width, their feet shoulder width apart. And they were standing at kind of a parade rest. And they weren't smiling. They weren't looked like they were jovial. They didn't look like they were having fun. They were just kind of standing off by themselves, watching what was going on, acting like Starfleet officers. And people really weren't paying them any mind. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And the first thing I thought of was Fanboys. I was like, I hope this isn't one of those things where they show up and we have problems, or people get into pissing contests with one another over the shows. And I'm going, I like Star Trek too, dude. I don't have a phaser gun, but I've got models of the ships. I've got plenty of the Blu-rays and DVDs and 4Ks. I'm like, I like watching Star Trek. I like Star Trek. I don't have a problem with
Star Trek. I don't like own any memorabilia. I own a book that's like kind of like an encyclopedia type thing. But yeah, I like Star Trek. We did.
I have a book on different classes of ships. I have a couple miniatures of different ships, and 2 of my favorite ones are the Enterprise E and the Vengeance from Star Trek. It's the second J.J. Abrams one, the one where they revisited Khan. Not Into Dark. What is it? Help me out here, Steve. Come on. It was the Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams one, and then it was the second one was, I don't think it was Into Darkness. I think that was the third one. What was the second one?
I don't remember.
Hang on a minute. I'll look it up.
See, I like Star Trek. I don't know it that well, though.
I don't pretend. I don't.
I mean, we did. I think this was before your time, but we did an episode about Star Trek. It was like back in 2023.
It was Into Darkness. Okay, so the first one in the J.J. Abrams universe was Star Trek. Then there was Star Trek Into Darkness, which was the revisiting of Khan.
Oh, right.
Khan storyline. And then Star Trek Beyond was the one where they were on their 5-year mission. Okay, so that's okay. So I did kind of have it right.
Yeah, we did. We did a Star Trek episode back in 2023.
Was it before I got here?
I think that was before you.
Yeah. See, I do like Star Trek. I enjoy the stories. I like Star Trek. I really need to sit down. The one that I do need to sit down and watch is I need to sit down and watch Picard. I do need to watch the full series of Picard. I started watching it and I never got to finish it. I've heard so many good things about Picard. I really do need to sit down and watch it and get back into that, because I have seen the shots where they resurrect the D and they use it to fight the Borg one last time, and the entire crew gets back together, and that's freaking awesome. I do need to sit down and watch the rest of the original, or the rest of the Picard show.
So the first one that you were a guest on was our solo episode.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2023, but that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes after we did the Star Trek episode. Your second
Smirking Bear says informal chat request for a Trekkie stream. We could do one. We could just do a general Trekkie stream. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't be opposed.
We could do it again. We could do it again. Yeah.
It could just be all about just Trek and what we've seen and what we like about it,
Yeah,
and so on and so
yeah,
forth.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were back for the Disney ruined Star Wars.
Right.
What was your first official?
I think it was the one after that.
Yeah, I think it was the Mandalorian retrospective.
Mm-hmm.
So you came in. You came in October 2023, and our Star Trek episode was May 2023.
It's been that long. Wow.
Yeah. 2023.
October will be 3 years. Holy crap.
Yeah. Crazy. And November will be let's see. November will be, I can't math. Hang on. 7 years since we first launched this goofy thing.
But no, I did like the fact that he that William Shatner showed up in Fanboys, and he was like a closet Star Wars fan, and he had closet information on Skywalker Ranch, and that was kind of funny. That was a neat little twist to it. And like I said, having Star Trek guys involved with the Star Wars people and stuff like that, and kind of delving into that nerd side of things, that was funny. And then the Seth Rogen being the pimp who actually gets him out of a bind because he's a Star Wars fan, and when they say that Han Solo is a bitch again, it ends up he ends up actually saving them. I think that was funny.
All right. Next week we have no idea what we're going to talk about.
We'll find something.
We'll figure something out. I don't think we're going to do Star Trek next week because that might take a little bit of preparation. I don't know. Throw out some ideas in the Discord. If you're not on the Discord yet, go to bio.com/Rebel Nerd Radio. Get on the Discord and get in there and let us know what you want us to talk about next week.
And go watch Fanboys. It actually is a funny movie. It really is a good movie to watch. It's funny. And by the time they get to the end of it and stuff like that, it actually does work out very well for a lot of the main characters. And just how that ends up.
Hutch has a detailing business and detailing vans and that kind of thing.
Yep. And Windows and Zoe end up together, which is awesome. She ends up in a Slave Leia bikini in the end. So Kristen Bell in a Slave Leia bikini was worth it at the end of the movie. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. If you get a chance, go watch it. But yeah, we're up to suggestions. We're gonna brainstorm ourselves, see what we can come up with for next week.
Yeah.
And throw up some suggestions of what you guys think might be a good topic for next week.
Heck yeah. Get out on the Discord and let us know. But thanks for hanging with us. Talk about Fanboys and cell phones and all the other usual.
And revisiting coffee enemas.
Well, we didn't really talk about coffee enemas, though. We just mentioned it.
No. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for our Supergirl episode be on the lookout for our Kryptonian Chronicles episode on Supergirl.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm sure since now I've seen it, me, Steve, and Dave will get together and we'll actually have a conversation about it. We'll talk more about Supergirl. So.
I know Dave has seen it because I saw it with him the second time.
Yeah. And now I've actually got to see it. The girlfriend's got to see it. So yeah.
Come on back for all kinds of random shit as
that's right.
Matt so
that's right.
Puts.
Hopefully us being back next week, we'll be back into a better rhythm.
Hopefully. So yeah, we'll see you next week. And as always, may the force be with you.